Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. I am the AMDM lead. This is my cup of coffee, and you're watching Behind the Screen. Oh, that's hot. So, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about roles. Because we're talking about a role-playing game. So we're going to talk about the different roles in the game. In a typical classic setting, you had your fighter. You had somebody who could do some damage, could tank it. You had your wizard, your magic, your spellcaster, your long-range spellcasting guru. You had your thief, sneaky sneak, traps and locks. And you had your healer, your cleric. Now, these are the classic roles that we had in Dungeons & Dragons for years. And they're still prevalent today. My own group's like, all right, well, what kind of class do you need? You got any healers yet? Or you got any magic users? I hear this from players who are experienced players. And I want to tell you, DMs, I mean, don't... When your players come up and go, well, what do you need me to play? Do not respond with a class. I want you to respond with them going, well, what do you want to play? Because it does not matter what class, how many of the certain class you could, because with the rules sets today, I can have an entire party of clerics and have them each in a different domain and have everything I need in a party. You could have a party full of fighters, different sub-fighting classes, and have a good party. You could have a party of rogues. You can mix and match your party however you choose. The rules allow for it. The only thing that has issues with it sometimes is the dungeon master. So as a DM, as the AMDM, I authorize you, the dungeon masters, to allow your players to play anything. It gives them more control over their world. Your job as a DM is not to... You're a referee. You provide some plot elements. Allow your players to develop those plot elements. Allow your players to do... all right. Look, I need all players out of the room, okay? Because I got some DM secrets for you. All right. The roles that the players have should not affect your story whatsoever. Your story, well, let me rephrase that. Your story should not affect the players affect the story. Change your story to fit your players. Do not, if you have a party full of thieves, do not send them, no, actually send them to wherever you want. I'm not going to tell you that. How do I say this? People are your players. Okay. People who play RPGs, I'm gonna say, have the tendency to have a higher intelligence than the average Joe on the street. I might just be saying that because makes me feel better about myself, but I have found that people who play RPG, I'm pointing over this way because my game table is right there. People who play RPGs tend to be smarter. Sometimes they lack common sense, but they have smarts. Allow them to play whatever character they want to play. It does not matter what roles they have. They will get creative with the roles that they have, and they will pull things off that are amazing. I would love to see a party of thieves take on a horde of raging barbarian orcs, because they will do it their way, and they will take care of the problem. The story that you lay out, you will have to be prepared. DMing is not for the faint of heart. You might have this beautifully crafted story, but you're going to have somebody that's going to throw it completely out of whack, and you're going to do something you didn't expect. My Tareen game. I set some Modrons down there. They were fighting. They were causing a problem. My players were right there. Out of 4 players, 3 of them decided not to act. They decided to do crowd control and keep the people safe. They did not interfere directly into the combat until much later on. One of my druid player is the one that it got inside and initiated combat. The monk stayed out of combat. The 2 wizards in the party pretty much stayed out of combat. The druid took them out on her own. For the most part, you never know what the players are going to do. Don't try to force them. Allow them. You present a situation. All you can do as a DM is present a situation and allow the players to take whatever roles their characters should take. Back in the old day, you were in a dungeon and everyone had to have a certain role, a certain specialty. You don't require that now. There are certain things that other characters are better at, but anybody can do now. Anybody can attempt something. Allow your players to attempt whatever they choose. You don't have to have every single role. You don't have to have the tank, the healer, the blaster, and you don't have to have all that. You have to have players. Players, don't ask them, when they ask you what character can they play, ask them what character do they want to play. When they ask you what role do you need filled, ask them what role do they want to fill, and go for it. It doesn't matter how many classes of, like I said, doesn't matter. So, all right, this video's already hit 7 minutes, so I'm telling you this. Allow your players to play whatever they want. Now, I mean, you can add class restrictions if it fits your setting, and certain things like that, class and racial settings. So, all right, just tell them you can't play this because they don't exist in my world. But don't tell them, oh no, we already have one of these. You can't play that. If you want to play a party full of wizards, play a party full of wizards. That's the key. The key to making a game last is making sure your players stay happy. So, that's all I got for now. I think I just killed a fly. 7 in one swipe. Alright guys, that's all I got for now. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like is an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to 2nd level. And it's going to be one of those days. And the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, 10 experience points for every video that you share. That's all I got for now, so go roll some dice.